Okay, so I said this is gonna be a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stream. Join my stream to hear me yap. That's my hook, line, and sinker. Also, sub goal up there, by the way. I got 100 followers. I'll buy the first volume of Steel Ball Run. Check out my stream, broski. I don't act like this in real life, I promise. If I did, I would have way more friends. Anyway, I see I have 2 viewers. Probably hallucinating one of them. But if you're here, how do you do? Wake up. What do we think? 2.5 hours just for this. Admire little stars and dots, dude. I was doing it right, and I was like, but I made it. The stars look good. I'm so happy about that. No matter what I do, one side looks uneven, so I don't know what to do to fix that. It took way too long, so I'm gonna pretend that I like it. I need to tell you guys about how scuffed this setup is. You look at it, oh, like that's a person that streams sometimes. Like they know what they're doing. I don't. I'm lying to you. If you could see what's behind here, this is my room. Right here is my green screen, right? And I have a nice little picture of Jojo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure right there. And then over here, oh geez, I just blinded myself. I have a light right there, so I have a nice bright light shining directly into my eyes. So hopefully that makes it look better. And this whole thing looks awful if you're in person, but it looks nice from here. So I don't know, hopefully it looks nice. I'm gonna start talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because it's something I've been obsessed with recently. Like one day I just decided to watch it. It's changed my life, dude. I'm not kidding. Every time I talk to someone, I'm like, have you seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Will you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Have you seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Will you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? You know that song on TikTok that goes like, up and on that big girl, nothing, up and on that big girl, nothing. That's been stuck in my head 24/7. Just over and over. That's all that goes on in this head of mine. You know, I actually haven't streamed in like 2 years, and I look so different. I used to stream like Minecraft Bed Wars. It was like during the pandemic. It doesn't feel that long, does it? I feel like it just happened. Literally yesterday I was stuck in my room doing online schooling, and now here I am, flourishing in the real world. Just kidding. I sit in my room all day and I watch Jojo. Sure, but hey, I'd say that's flourishing. So, the reason I started this stream, because there's a certain JoJo's Bizarre Adventure character that gets on my nerves really bad, and that character is Koichi Hirose. I'll say it one more time for those in the back. Koichi Hirose. I hate him. I'm going to tell you why in gross detail. Because 1, if you see his design, he looks like a knockoff Polnareff. I think he looks normal, and then he has to cut off his hair, and then he looks like a knockoff Polnareff. I mean, nothing against short people, but he's really short. I mean, I have short friends. You can't hold it against me because I have short friends. How can I be short phobic? My friend is short. And he really stands out amongst the JoJo characters for part 4. Koichi Hirose? Useless. Yeah, I said it. He's useless. Every time they fight, he's always the damsel in distress. He's always like, oh no, wow, what are we gonna do? And his voice. I only watch the English dub. I don't like subtitles. His voice sounds so annoying. Like the voice actor. Nothing against the voice actor. But literally, I hate his voice so much. Like, he sounds like Deku. It's like, oh no! What are we gonna do? Oh no! There's an enemy! He's so useless! You know how enemy characters talk during the battles? You know, that's what they do. They understand. Instead of fighting, they just decide to sit there and talk to themselves for like 20 minutes. But he's even more useless than like Okuyasu. Okuyasu! I was watching a video on Okuyasu's stand and how like potentially powerful it could be. His stand, the hand, is so powerful. Think about it. Because the hand, basically, reach out your hand and whoop, someone comes at you, right? That's what he can do with anything. Like there's no limits. I saw a comment that said he could bring forward space and time itself towards him. I think that's kind of cool. But they said he nerfed his brain because his stand would be too OP. If he could control space and time, the whole Kira arc would be over like this, you know? They wouldn't have to fight him at all if Okuyasu just wasn't stupid. I don't use stupid lightly. I don't like calling people stupid because I feel like a bad person for it, you know? But like, he's stupid. Every battle, he just stands there. He does about as much as Koichi does in a battle. He's just kind of there and he's like, oh no, what are we gonna do? He's at least funny, you know? He's got a charm to him, okay? If he was real, I would be friends with him because he's chill, he's cool, right? But if Koichi was real, dude, he's the most annoying little guy you'll ever see in your life.
Koichi is a goat, bruh. Don't diss him.
Get out of my stream right now. I will have no Koichi lovers in my chat. I know there's Koichi lovers out there, but I am not one of them. You know how there's irrational fears? I have irrational anger towards Koichi. You know, scratch that. I think it's very rational. I feel like Koichi is more of a main character than Josuke is in part 4. We start out with Koichi, like, who is this guy? And he's like, my name's Koichi Hirose. Like, okay, but where's the Jojos? Where's Josuke? He's just walking down the street, minding his own business, and I think he starts getting bullied or something. Or maybe it's Josuke getting bullied. I really don't remember. I watched it like a week ago, but I've been watching every single Jojo episode, like every day, for like the past month. So all of it kind of runs together at some point. That aside, Josuke is like getting bullied or whatever, and Koichi is just standing there like, oh no! What's going on? I should just stand here and wait until something happens. That's not why I hate him. Anyway, it feels like he's more of a main character than Josuke. You start out the season with Koichi, and then at the end, pretty much, Koichi is the person that almost ultimately takes down Kira, technically. When all the Jojo team are together trying to fight Kira, Koichi does like one thing, and Jojo's like, he's so reliable. He's so smart. He's so reliable. We need more people like Koichi in the world. Every time he's in a battle, he's either the one getting saved, or he's the one making the problems. Example A, he was kidnapped by the girl. Getting kidnapped, not his fault. I get it. It happens to all of us. I understand. But she threatens to make him eat like nails or something. She's crazy. So she locks him up. She threatens to tie him to an electric chair if he doesn't do like math problems. He finds his way out of it. He has the opportunity to kill her and doesn't. Kind of pissed me off, but not enough to like hate him. Right? Not yet. He saves her. He's like, okay, I'm gonna be a good person. I'm gonna save her. Good guy. What a great guy. Now that I've saved her, we can be best friends. It's like, what? What is wrong with him? He has like Stockholm Syndrome to the max. And there's that episode with the Cinderella lady that basically makes the girl, I forgot her name, but she gets on my nerves too. But anyway, she's basically like, I'm gonna make him fall in love with me. And then he's like, okay. Like he knows all about it, that he finally realized she manipulated him into loving her. And he's like, no matter what, I'm gonna save her life because I love you. And I'd rather die than us not be together forever. It's like, what is wrong with you? It makes sense in my head, and soon enough, I'll find a way to explain it in a way that everyone will agree with me.
What's your favorite JoBro?
Of question, my absolute flavors of dude. I'm gonna go by part, because there's so many that I love. Part 1, unpopular opinion, wasn't a huge fan of part 1, so I don't have any. Actually, no. Speedwagon. Part 1, Speedwagon. Part 2, we didn't have too many allies. I need to look up the characters again. I'm forgetting stuff that's happened. It's all kind of running together. Oh, Caesar! I loved Caesar. Part 2 is my favorite. And then part 3, that one is tough because I love the whole gang. The whole part is basically just a bros trip. And I love that. There's so much traveling and just the dynamic between all the characters is so funny. If I had to choose one favorite, it would probably be Avdol.
But Polnareff has the best hair.
True. But like, Koichi copies it. He starts out with an original design, and then they nerf him. They cut off his hair with his soon-to-be little witchy girlfriend, and then they keep it like that. It made me upset, because Polnareff is too good to have a little copycat riding on his coattails. Anyway, part 4, my favorite JoBro from that one was either Rohan, the alien one, the little alien guy. Oh, Mikitaka Azakura. He's so good looking. I love him. He's so loyal too. Like, he's way more useful than Koichi ever was the entire season, dude. In the I don't know what it's called, Energy Tower episode, he literally sacrificed himself for Josuke. My bad. Goes inside the tower, almost gets killed, and then he survives anyway, but then he becomes pals with the guy in the tower. And I think that's kind of funny. I mean, he's so lovable. He helps Josuke win like 8 million yen against Rohan in the little gambling thing they did. He's a real one. So, part 5. Man, I love Narancia so much. Narancia's my favorite, for sure. I mean, he's short too. Don't get me wrong. But he's not the brightest bulb in the pack, you know? He's not the brightest crayon in the box. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. But he's so cute. His power's so useful, little bomber. Like, the little thing he does, just like, to recall with Stan. He's loyal too. And I hate what happened to him. Anyway, part 6, Stone Ocean. Jolene is amazing. That might be my second favorite season. Sorry, I keep saying season. One time, I accidentally put Jojo season 1 in my video, and everyone started coming for me. They were like, "Did you just say season? I think you meant part. Are you sure you meant season? Because it's actually in parts." And I know that. Okay, I know that it was a typo. And every single comment that said that, I was like, I know it's in part. So, favorite character, part 6. I haven't finished it so far, but I love Anasui. It's because I'm a simp, but character-wise, he sucks. Hope he and Jolene don't get together because that's toxic. It's basically like Koichi and whatever the girl's name was situation. I don't want that to happen again. Shouldn't have happened in the first place. But Anasui is my favorite Jojo, though very close second is Weather Report. Is it weather forecast or weather report? If you know, put it in the comments. But Weather Report, he's so cute. Like, is what he's wearing a hat? Or is it hair? Or is it kind of like a Jotaro hat situation where it's like half hair, half hat? You don't really know where the hat begins and where the hair ends. But literally all the characters in part 6 are so strong. I love all of them.
What is your favorite anime that is not JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I need to read more manga and watch more anime. Solid answer, probably Death. Oh, Hunter x Hunter. I watched a lot of that. It was like, I watched maybe 50 or so episodes. That was pretty good. I didn't finish it because I just kind of got bored. That actually happened to me with JoJo's Bizarre... Jeez, I keep running the whole thing together. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That happened with me 2 times, actually. Flashback to the past. I'm a little kid in middle school or something. I see a gif of Josuke. Like, what's that? Let me reenact the gif. Thing he does at the end of the season, the very last panel in the manga. It's like... So, I was like, what is this? It seems kind of gay. So I do a little digging, right? On the interwebs, I do a little digging. At that point, maybe only part 3 was out. I don't think there was anything else, at least that I remember seeing. So I saw all the poses and stuff, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. I want to watch that. So I got it illegally, and I watched the first episode, and I was like, wow, that was really boring. Like, is this JoJo's boring adventure, or what? I'd never watched it again for like 3 years. 3 years past, I'm in high school again, right? Like, okay, maybe I'll give this a try. Maybe I didn't fully understand the beauty I was witnessing with my own 2 eyeballs. So I look at it again, I watch it, and I'm like, that was still really boring. I didn't like it. So I try to just get through it, because I hear online, like, oh, go on to part 2, it'll be better. Basically, I just use part 1 as background. It's like I'm just doing laundry or something, don't even look at the screen, I'm just listening to it just so I know what's going on a little bit. And then I get to part 2. And bro, I was in love. I loved part 2 so much. How did I deprive myself of this art for so long? Part 2 is a masterpiece, dude. Joseph's adventure, he's really funny, he's confident. He's kind of a coward though. He's like, when all else fails, he's like, oh man, I better skedaddle, to becoming the strong guy. He like learns to respect his teacher, who's a woman. I also love her as well. I really like the characters. I liked Caesar and his dynamic. I think that was really cool. Then I started watching part 3, and then part 4, and then part 5, and now I'm on part 6, Stone Ocean. I'm not even done with part 6 right now, so no spoilers, please.
Joseph is the best MC by far.
It's a close tie between him and Jolene for me, because they're really good. I'm seeing a lot more character growth with Joseph from where I'm at in Stone Ocean. As of now, I think he's a better MC than Jolene, but I think Jolene's really cool too. I really like her. I like Jotaro too. I don't like how he treated his mom though. Dude, what did she do? I think it's kind of funny how docile she is and how like aggressive he was. She was just like, what do you want for dinner? And he was like, shut up. Jotaro is a good protagonist. There was a lot of character growth for him too, especially over the 3 seasons parts. The 3 parts he was in. Joseph got a lot of screen time too. He got part 2, part 3, and part 4. And Jojo got part 3, part 4, some of part 6. So I think that's interesting. I really like that he came back. Like, out of all the protagonists to come back that many times, I like that Joseph and Jojo are the ones that did. It's like, Josuke, I mean, he's cool, right? Like, his design is cool. I like his personality, but he feels a lot more like a side character. He gives off funny side character energy, but he doesn't really give off main character, like, I'm gonna lead the story, kind of. He doesn't have much motivation either. But, like, it's kind of interesting, because when they were, like, messing with the turtle, he didn't really care. You know, like, he doesn't care about animals. He doesn't really care about other people getting hurt. He doesn't really care if he gets hurt. He just doesn't really care about anything. But then his dad dies. Like, my whole lease on life has changed. I need to avenge my father. Like, we don't even know who his father is. But I feel like the anime didn't really set up his motivations well enough. Because, like, why should we care about his dad? Why? I don't know who he is. I don't care. So, it felt kind of weird.
I feel like a lot of part 4 wasn't as violent as part 3.
That's an interesting take, because I feel like things got way more violent in part 4. Like, a lot of the villains they were dealing with were, like, actual, like, criminals that did, like, some devious things, right? We weren't really used to that in part 3. Because the first episode, they start off with this random villain. They were going in depth about him, like, all his crimes. He did this to women. He did this to child at the age of 12. Dang, this guy must be, like, a major villain for, like, the whole series. And he's only in there for, like, 2 or 3 episodes. I was like, why'd they go so in on, like, him being this terrible person just for them to get rid of him for, like, 3 episodes? Whatever. Not my story. I'm not a Rocky, so I'm not the genius that made the whole thing. I can't judge. To each their own. I mean, we all got opinions. I respect yours. Yeah, I feel like they started out really strong with him as a villain. They were like, this is the tone we're going to set for the entire thing.
Most of the characters were coming in part 4, but in part 3, just about everybody dies.
Part 3, you mean? Oh, yeah, you're right. Part 3, dude, they took off, like, all that was left was Polnareff, Jotaro, and Joseph. Out of the main 5, or technically 6 if you got Iggy, half the team dies by the end. So that was really rough. Those deaths were so sad. Man, I was so sad when Avdol died the first time, but he didn't actually die. It was so rude that they didn't tell Polnareff about it. Like, they were like, we're gonna go off to this island and we're gonna meet Avdol. Avdol's gonna pretend like he doesn't know us, and then we're gonna talk to him without Polnareff knowing. It's like one of those little mean pranks at school where, like, everyone, let's wear black today and not tell Polnareff. And then Polnareff's like, what is going on here? I killed my best friend, you know? Like, he's heartbroken. Why didn't they just tell him? Why didn't they just tell him that he didn't kill him? Like, that was so mean. And the way they did it is, like, cool, because, like, at the end, they just go onto the beach after Polnareff tries to get him revived by an enemy stand user. Crazy little episode, by the way. I thought it was kind of cool. And then they just reunite, and they see Avdol again, and Polnareff's like, Avdol! Oh my god, my friend Avdol! And then everyone's like, oh, hey Avdol, how's it going? And Polnareff's just like, what? What's going on? Why is no one surprised? And they're like, oh, we knew he was alive the whole time. Yeah, we just didn't tell you. And the reason they didn't is so stupid. They were like, we didn't tell you because we thought you were going to tell the enemy. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you thought he was going to tell the enemy? When has he done that? Like, any time in the story. When has he said something that made the enemy know something that would compromise their position? Name one time. Exactly. You can't. So they just did that for no reason. If Aragi added in a part where maybe Polnareff said something stupid that got their, like, position covered, maybe that would make more sense. Like, maybe. There was none of that. So it was just kind of random, them being mean to Polnareff. Like, if someone did that to me, dude, if they made me think I killed my best friend, and then they knew he was alive for, like, 2 months and just didn't tell me, dude, I would be out of there so fast. It wouldn't even matter if Dio was gonna end the world. Not my problem.
I thought the entire episode where Polnareff brings his sister back was really sad.
Yeah, Polnareff's backstory is really sad. It was kind of crazy when she started, like, eating him, though. I mean, happens to the best of us, am I right? Who's your favorite JoJo protagonist? JoJo, Jobro, and JoJo villain.
Favorite MC Joseph, favorite Jojo, Caesar, favorite villain Dio.
See, another controversial opinion. I don't know if I like Dio that much. Don't attack me here. It's my opinion. Here's why. Go to the first season, look at his motivations, right? He hates, not just dislikes, not just thinks is annoying, he hates with a burning passion Jonathan. Why? What did he do? Jonathan did nothing. He helped him out, welcomed him into his home. He was like, hey, let me get your luggage. And Dio was like, no, don't touch my luggage with your filthy peasant hands. Like, Dio was just so pressed for no reason. Like, what did Jonathan do? And then he keeps going. He kills his dog. He acts as though Jonathan did something to him and he needs to get payback. He was like, you know, me killing his dog really settled the score. I really got him back for what he did to me. Touching my luggage. He'll never do that again. For me to like a villain, they need to have good motivations. You know, they need to have a strong reason to act the way that they do.
I'm pretty sure Dio tried to take the Joestar fortune.
Yeah, a little bit of a gold digger. I understand. We all got a little gold digger in us, you know? But no, I didn't think that was a strong enough motivation. For me personally. Like, I know he wants money. Just kill the guy. I know that was a difficult task. He tried to poison him slowly, but then Jonathan was like, no, stop. It's my dad. By the way, Jonathan's dad, so mean to Jonathan after Dio came in. He's like, look at this little blonde boy. You need to be more like him. He knows how to do math well. He knows how to fight. He can beat you in a fist fight. In a battle of fisticuffs. And you can't even do math that fast. So I like the blonde one better. Like, that's crazy. What? Me personally, I don't even know if I would have saved that dad after the way he treated Jonathan after Dio came in. Jonathan's a gentleman. He's a nice person. Get a load of this guy. Dio, why I don't think he's a convincing villain in my opinion, especially for how long they have him in the series. Dude, after a season, I understand. That's fine if you want to continue with another one, him being the villain. Okay, that's 2 seasons. I like the parts where he's like kind of related in the next few parts, but him being the villain again in part 6, he's not the direct villain, but he's pretty much a main villain. He's like the motivation for, you know, like he's so ingrained in the plot. I just want something else to be a villain, you know? It was refreshing to have Kira Yoshikage as a villain because he had nothing to do with Dio. He was just a random freak. I thought that was pretty darn cool. It was nice to have a different villain. And now we're back to Dio again. Like, seriously, we're getting this much content out of a guy who disliked Jonathan just because he wanted his money. Like, that's the motivation for everything that happens in the whole series.
Thoughts on cars?
They're a good vehicle. Trains, a little better. I'm personally a metro elitist. So, I know your question. Cars. So, I don't really remember much about cars. Not gonna lie. Is he the purple one with like the long, luscious purple locks? Like my definitely very, very natural ones like right here? Yeah, he's the purple one. Look at this guy. Doesn't he look so cool? Yeah, he's cool. I like cars. The music for part 2 was awesome, bro. The music was so good. The themes for each villain. So basically my stream cut out again. And no audio was recorded for this time, but I was just yapping about hating Koichi again, and I think you guys already know all my points about that, so I'm gonna end the video here. Follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/sadket, SADKEHT. Also, follow me on TikTok at Sanguinous Miscellaneous if you want to know when I stream next. If you want me to yap more about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or play any games, I like playing games. So if you want me to play games, comment what games I should play in the comment section. Have a good day.